The following is a special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
For Marconi, he rolls out to the end zone and it's picked off! It's picked off by San Francisco! Andrew Ball! Back to pass going deep again to Iva, wide open! Iva 10-5 touchdown!
Looks like they were in that same defense that he scored on before.
Control, picks up a block, he is off to the races, 10-5, touchdown, New York Knights! Right on the move, West back to pass, West will go to the end zone, it is caught for a touchdown, Tallahassee Pride!
San Francisco, on top of the world after knocking off the defending champs. Will quarterback Andrew Ball be able to slow down Skeletor P-Funk and the Wolfpack high-octane home crowd? Welcome back to Louisville for the Showcase Clash.
Only the SFL can ever bring you a storyline like that. Welcome to Blue Sun Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky. The return of Sim football to the Bluegrass State as the San Francisco Bulldogs are set to take on the Louisville Wolfpack here on the Sunday Showcase on the Sim Football Network on Twitch. Hello everybody, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and that's our first look at the San Francisco Bulldogs, led by wide receiver Donald Miller and running back Keanu Tuiasosopo. On the flip side for the Wolfpack, Skeletor P-Funk and David Overstreet lead the charge offensively. Louisville hoping for their first win in SFL history, and let's head down to the field for the coin toss of today's game.
Good to see you again. Good to see you. Gentlemen, please make your call. We want tails. Tails it is. We want the ball. The Bulldogs have won the toss and select to receive.
A new day, a new SFL matchup. The 1-0 San Francisco Bulldogs, fresh off of beating the Minneapolis Maulers last week. Here in a loud and raucous Blue Sun Stadium, the Louisville Wolfpack and the San Francisco Bulldogs were underway. From the 10-yard line, San Francisco on the return, past the 25, up to the 27. So the Bulldog offense gets on the field first, and let's see how these two teams break down. Both teams played very different opponents last week. The Wolfpack played the Knights, who are primarily a rushing team. San Francisco played the Minneapolis Maulers, primarily a passing team. So it's tough to tell exactly what these two teams do right heading into their second game, but all we know is that San Francisco has a victory and Louisville does not. The handoff is a toss to Tuiasosopo, right-hand side, and he is going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Nice job by the Louisville defensive front. H.J. Latshaw, the big fella at defensive tackle, on the stop to bring up 2nd and 10. Second down and 10 at the 28-yard line. I formation for San Francisco. Donald Miller and Xavier Brunson are split out wide. And Tuiasosopo will take a counter, and he will lose a yard. Rick O'Reilly, big number 99, there on the stop along with Latshaw. And this game is primarily going to be won and lost on the defensive front. Both teams, very good defensive lines. Rick O'Reilly at number 99, H.J. Latshaw at number 72 for Louisville, both the defensive tackle, and San Francisco is a star defensive tackle. Also 99, Larry Henderson, and Roosevelt Wallace, the rookie at defensive end. And Jasper Hart avoids getting sacked, and then he's going to be sacked. A 6-yard loss. What a start for the Louisville defense here at home. A 3-and-out loss of 7, 4th down for San Francisco. A tremendous start for the Louisville defense, and this San Francisco offense looked very in tune last week. In fact, Jasper Hart is number 1 in the league right now in pass efficiency with a quarterback rating of 123.8. Couldn't even throw a ball on the first drive. And you can tell this is a sellout crowd here in Louisville. There is not an empty seat in the house as that ball is kicked away from the 43-yard line. Wolfpack past the 45 midfield, and Louisville will start the drive in San Francisco territory at the 49. Excellent punt return, and we get our first look at home. Welcome back, Skeletor, P-Funk, and David Overstreet into the backfield. David Overstreet, number 2 in the league in all-purpose yards per game with 221. Also second in rushing yards per game, 177. First down and 10 to the 49-yard line, 2 minutes in. Bulldogs go 3 and out on their opening possession, and the handoff goes to Overstreet, left-hand side, and Overstreet is going to spin off 1 tackle and pick up 3. I would suspect that we would see a very defensive ball game today. Both these teams scored under 30 points a game in their first game. Louisville torched by New York, who's just on fire right now. And San Francisco held the defending champs to just 24 points. 2 in the backfield, second and 7 to the 46 as Funk will drop the throw. He'll flip it outside, left-hand side. There is a penalty marker thrown late. Might have been pass interference on Andrew Ball. Could have gotten there late. Lawrence Kirkland was the intended receiver, and let's get the call.
Pass interference, number 35.
Right on the money from the booth. Pass interference on Andrew Ball, who had that game-winning interception in the Minneapolis Mauler victory from Baghdad Memorial Stadium in San Francisco. So an automatic first down to the Bulldog 40-yard line. No score here in the early going. Sunday Showcase week number 3. Louisville 0-1 against San Francisco 1-0. Bulldogs trying to be the surprise team of the season at 2-0. High formation handoff to Overstreet around the right-hand side. Overstreet picks up a bunt, and there he goes! Overstreet! Touchdown! Wolfpack! I would say the Wolfpack are off to a much better start today. A great block from the fullback down the field, and Overstreet was gone. Extra point coming here for Louisville, up 6-0. What a run from Overstreet. Did exactly what he was supposed to do, right behind his blockers. And the extra point for Louisville is good. Wolfpack 7. And Bulldogs nothing, as you can hear the howl from Blue Sun Stadium, not only from the loudspeaker, but from the fans. Loving it. So the Bulldogs, 3 and out on their first possession, will get the ball back pretty quickly. From the 10-yard line, San Francisco on the return, past the 20 to the 28. Louisville in their home whites, helmets that is, blue helmets, boy, I screwed that up. Only 3 options, Cam. White helmet, blue jersey, blue pants, white numbers with the white and blue paw print trim along the side. San Francisco dark blue helmets, white jerseys, dark blue pants, dark blue numbers, red and white trim. And off to Keanu Tuiasosopo, and Tuiasosopo got whacked in the face by H.J. Latshaw, but he picks up a first down, a gain of 11. That was a pretty run from Keanu. Made everything happen on that play, but he looked back, and that's why you never look back as a running back, because those defensive tackles are hustling to catch you. First and 10 at the 38, 3 receivers, 2 to the left-hand side. Jasper Hart yet to even attempt a pass in this game, and he will drop to throw, and he will flip it outside. The Gold Star receiver, Donald Miller, who picks up 5 yards. So 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Donald Miller, a bit silent last week in San Francisco's victory, not used as much as you would have thought San Francisco would use him coming out of the gates, but the Bulldogs don't like to ever use one particular player. Oh, Jasper Hart tried to hand the ball off, nearly sacked again, and he picks up 1 on his own. Rick O'Reilly in the backfield almost immediately. That is the 2nd time in 4 minutes that Jasper Hart has avoided getting crushed. A split second after the ball was snapped. 3rd down and 4 now. Louisville defensive line, animals, draw play, Tuiasosopo, and that's one way to freeze the pressure up the middle. Run a draw as Tuiasosopo gets to midfield for a Bulldog 1st down. Seven and a half to go in the opening quarter. Xavier Brunson quiet so far. He was a huge part of the Bulldogs' offense last week. 1st down, Louisville showing blitz. They toss to the outside. Tuiasosopo going to be tackled in the backfield for a loss. That's a blitz from free safety Ezekiel Freeman. Sets up a 2nd down and long for San Francisco. The Bulldogs just 2 seasons ago made it to the championship game, lost on a safety, 22-20. Last season was unable to make the playoffs, had a lot of salary cap issues. This team is fresh and rejuvenated, and they showed that last week. On the move right now, 2nd and 12. Hart back to pass down the middle of the field. That pass is caught, and it is up to the 42-yard line. That is Rex Norton at tight end. The former Bulldog coming back home will set up a 3rd and short situation. And Jasper Hart, once again, this guy is in tune with what's going on around him. The silver quarterback who spent a little bit of time in Oklahoma City with little success, back at home in this San Francisco offense, and he knows how to run it real well. 3rd down 2, the handoff goes to Tuiasosopo, and he's going to get a 1st down up to the 32-yard line. Another 10-yard gain for Tuiasosopo. Khrushchev in there on the tackle. Sets up another Bulldog 1st down, and they have quieted this crowd with a lengthy drive on their 2nd attempt. Andre Khrushchev, 2nd in the league, averaging 2 passes defended per game. Was good against the pass against New York last week. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Again, 3 receivers, 2 to the left-hand side, short left-hand side now. Tuiasosopo out of the shotgun to the right of Hart, and Tuiasosopo gets the carry and picks up 1. Tough to run up the middle in the teeth of this Wolfpack defense. Sets up a 2nd down and 9, just inside field goal range. Speaking of field goals, if you loved them, you should have been there yesterday in Transcorp Stadium. Maulers win the game on 7 made field goals as their kicker outscores the Renegades. 42-21 was the final score there. Tuiasosopo takes another handoff up the middle, and again, only a 2-yard gain. That'll set up a 3rd down and 7. Donald Miller goes to the right side of your screen. Rex Norton, the tight end, is isolated out of the screen. Brunson still without a catch in the quarter. 4-down lineman, a 4-2-5 defense for Louisville as Hart drops to throw. And Hart will fire it deep down the middle, and the pass is tipped and nearly intercepted, but well defended. Donald Miller was the intended receiver, and the Louisville defense holds and will force Conway to come out and kick a field goal. Excellent job by Louisville down the field. Down from the 29, a 45-yard kick from right about the middle of the field. And Conway's kick from 45 yards is missed to the right, no good. Conway couldn't squeeze it, and it's still 7-0. San Francisco, a bit of a rough start here. Defense needs to settle down if they want to stop the Wolfpack from scoring for a second straight time. 2 in the backfield, tight set for the Wolfpack. Handoff goes to Overstreet, big hole left side, Overstreet, left side 30, 20, 15, 10, touchdown Wolfpack! He's done it again! Man, Louisville at home looks like a completely different bunch of animals. How about that first quarter from Overstreet? 3 touches, 2 touchdowns. Extra point on a high snap, up and good. Louisville 14, San Francisco nothing. Wolfpack's got everybody fired up. What a start for Louisville. Wolfpack kick it away from the 12. San Francisco in some trouble here early on, up to the 31 on the return for Jensen. Wolfpack number 2 in the league, averaging 21 first downs per game coming in as you look at Tuiasosopo's numbers. San Francisco coming in the number 2 ranked run defense, 69 yards a game. Of course, that was against Minneapolis, but still, they've already given that much today. In the first quarter, a long throw to Tuiasosopo goes out of bounds. Second down and 10 at the 31, and San Francisco's got a hole to climb out of. There's a look at Thick Rick right in the middle with Latshaw. Andre Khrushchev, Lucius Sanders, Ezekiel Freeman, other stars on this Louisville defense. Second and 10 from the 31. Hart back to pass. Hart flips it outside, caught by Brunson. His first catch of the day. A 6-yard gain will bring up a easier to convert 3rd down and 4 from the 37-yard line. Shout out to all those of you who are in the chat with us today. Base to Pope 510, Bobby Digital SH, Dart Destro MD, DHMYC, Flava 2K, Ghost of Crux, Lincoln Boy 910, Lou Wolfpack, My Man C as Hart drops to throw. Beautiful pass, quadruple covered. Xavier Brunson makes the play for the first down, and Brunson continues to play out of his mind, but that was more of a better throw than it was a better catch, as Hart with pressure in his face right over the defense. Ramos, Lynn, Ray X Live, TJ Cag, SFL, True Shot Caller 1, Xanthos, X Factor 56 along with us as well. First and 10 now from the Louisville 46. San Francisco moving the ball again. They are third in the league in 3rd down conversion, 56.3%. First down. Hart hands it off to Tuiasosopo, and he faces a pack of wolves on the right side, a loss of 1. And David Overstreet clearly winning the running back battle so far today. Aaron Tolbert as well on that Wolfpack defense, number 37, as you see right there. 2nd and 11 from the 47. Brunson top of the screen. Split backs in the backfield in the shotgun with Hart. And Hart will hand it off to Keanu running left. Keanu still on his feet. Keanu planted by Rick O'Reilly. I had no idea he was a Gardner. 3-yard gain. But it could have been more if Rick O'Reilly hadn't have been in there to cut off the roots. 3rd and 8. Four down lineman, 4-2-5 defense with corners coming up to about 4 yards away from the line of scrimmage. And Jasper Hart will try to convert another 3rd down, and he will throw a nearly interception. Khrushchev had his chance at it right through the fingertips of Andrei Khrushchev. Pass originally tipped by Lane off his helmet. And the only thing the Wolfpack haven't done right today is get their hands on some potential interceptions. San Francisco will have to punt the ball away. And this has been a rough quarter for the Bulldogs. A bit of a shocker, most would say, around the league after the way San Francisco was able to handle the defending champion Minneapolis Maulers last week, but Louisville in their home opener, what a beautiful save. Oh, he rolled into the end zone. Bulldogs just can't get anything right today. His feet touched the end line. But Louisville has come out here in their renovated stadium, Blue Sun Stadium, and they are just killing it right now. So 1st and 10 from the 20 after another missed San Francisco opportunity. And Funk goes out of the shotgun to start the drive. Funk back to pass. He'll throw down the middle of the field. Wide open! A.J. Blaylock for a 1st down, Wolfpack. The howl of Blue Sun. Busy. Pretty pass, and I don't know how Mike Sudalovich lost sight of A.J. Blaylock. Not even in the picture originally. A shocking start to this Sunday showcase. Doing everything right is Louisville. Hand off to Overstreet. Right-hand side, Overstreet got caught up behind a blocker. Otherwise, he might have had more room to run. A 5-yard gain. Overstreet now 113 yards in the first quarter alone. We mentioned he's number 2 in all-purpose yards, 221 per game. Also number 2 in rushing yards per game, 177. And the Wolfpack, number 2 in rushing offense. And so far, the number 2 rushing offense has the advantage over the number 2 rushing defense. 2nd down and 5 from midfield. And they're going to toss it out to Overstreet. And Overstreet cannot get away. Nice stop there by San Francisco. Easily could have let him go. 1-yard pickup will set up a 3rd and 4 from the San Francisco 49. Third down and 4. 4-3 defense, 2 receivers. The right-hand side, Funk back to pass. He's going to fire it right, and Kirkland makes a play. Sudalovich is all over the place, and Lawrence Kirkland has scored another Wolfpack touchdown. Oh! Going bonkers in Blue Sun. Mike Sudalovich ate something horrible before the game. He is all over the place today. $20-0. The expansion Wolfpack have come to life. Extra point is good. It's 21-0. Man, if you're San Francisco, how in the world do you reverse the last 11 minutes and 18 seconds? I'm not sure that you can. Wolfpack on fire from the 9-yard line. San Francisco just blown up at the 28. Man, Wolfpack came to play today. Louisville has a bye next week before hosting Oklahoma City. Man, the Renegades can't catch a break. Playing teams when they're at their hottest. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Hart back to pass. Got to stop the bleeding, and Jasper Hart is ripped down. Rick O'Reilly's first sack of the season. A loss of 6. Man, I mean, they are just getting manhandled. What an impressive display from Louisville so far today. Second and 16. San Francisco needs to find Donald Miller and find him fast. Draw play, Tuiasa Sopo, he only got 1 yard. And that's going to be how the first quarter ends. End of 1 here from Blue Sun Stadium. Check out one of the oldest flashbacks we have in our book. One of the first ever home games for the Louisville Wolfpack back when they were in the WAFL. This is Wolfpack Radio. We'll be right back. First quarter, 3:28 to go. Rasile takes the carry. Keith Rasile to the inside the 40-yard line to the 37. And I stand corrected. Rasile just seems to be bouncing off this physical Wolfpack defense while Thunderman is out of the game. 3:20 first quarter. Bubba Jones back to throw. Jones completes. Rasile again slips a tackle. And Rasile picks up 9.5. He's been a huge part of this first quarter of play. Credited for a 10-yard reception with 3 minutes to go in the first. I formation. Boston an early 7-0 lead. Rasile, first down, easily to the 22-yard line. Jones back to pass. Jones head as he throw. Big number 92 to the 50, and he's finally caught at the 40. Johnny Knox to the 40 of Boston, rumbling, stumbling, as Louisville has a first down. Third down and 15. It's all Wolfpack so far, and they're about to get the football back. As Jasper Hart will drop the throw. Hit as he threw it, a pass is incomplete, and Donald Miller took a big shot. Oh, man. Rick O'Reilly again applying the pressure, and San Francisco's got to punt it away again. Fourth down and 15. As San Francisco punts it away, their defense just simply needs to come up with a stop while their offense tries to figure it out. Return up to the 40-yard line. Rick O'Reilly having himself a day. He was so quiet against the New York Knights. Just not a very good matchup for Louisville because New York runs everything to the outside. San Francisco likes to pound you up the middle, and that's one of Louisville's strengths. Wolfpack right now taking advantage. Funk back to throw to start the drive. Throws it over the middle, a little behind A.J. Blaylock, but it ends up working out. Got him a couple more yards down the field. We'll set up a 2nd down and 4. Second and 4 from the 46. Start of the second quarter, the Wolfpack have scored touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. Hand off to Overstreet, and Overstreet will get the first down. Nearly broke away again, 121 yards here in the first half. And another howl of the Wolfpack Wolf. Gibbs on the stop. So if the Wolfpack win today, I know that's still a long game. If the Wolfpack win, then it will just be the New York Knights atop the conference. The only undefeated team left as Overstreet takes the swing out past the 35, and Overstreet still trying to break free to the 33. First down, Louisville. Everything the Wolfpack has called today has been just about the perfect call. I don't think Skeletor Funk has missed a pass. Louisville 439 yards of offense in their previous game. That's 4th in the SFL. And coming in, their defense is 3rd against the pass, giving up just 191 yards per game. Funk back to throw. Flips it outside Overstreet, his 2nd catch of the day, and Overstreet is backpedaled for a 3-yard gain to the 29. Second down, 7. Funk a perfect quarterback rating. He has not thrown an incompletion, 98 yards and a passing touchdown this afternoon, and already Louisville is back in scoring position. Just shocking how San Francisco has just not shown up for this game. Hand off Overstreet, right up the middle. Overstreet nearly a first down, picks up 6. San Francisco looked so good last week, and they just have not had it going on. Third and 1 at the 23. Hand off Overstreet, and he got the first down. That was a close call. Larry Henderson there to make the stop, but Overstreet gets just enough to move the chains again. Man, oh man. First and 10 to the 22. Funk back to pass again. Funk down the middle. That pass caught. Blaylock again on a crossing route. Second time he's caught that route on this drive, and Funk continues to stay perfect in the first half. Brings up 2nd down and 4, and I don't know if we've ever had a quarterback not throw an incompletion in the first half. Two receivers, one to either side. Ball guarding Kirkland. Sudulovic guarding Blaylock. Handoff goes to Overstreet. Overstreet left-hand side. Gets another first down to the 7. Nailing the Bulldogs every which way. First down and goal. San Francisco needs to do something to stop the gushing of blood coming out of about 6 different body parts. First and goal from the 7. Funk back to throw against a late blitz. Funk gets it away back in the end zone. The pass is... Oh, they rolled it incomplete. I thought Lawrence Kirkland had the feet in bounds, and that was going to be a 4th touchdown today. Are we going to get a challenge? We will not. Man, I am surprised. Looked like Lawrence Kirkland was in bounds. He must have been on the white of the out-of-bounds line. 4 receivers. There is nobody on the right side of the field defending the receivers on the right side, and they're going to flip it out, and Blaylock's going to turn the corner, and as simple as that, that's another touchdown, Louisville. What is San Francisco's defense doing? They had nobody on the outside. 27-0. And if you're the Wolfpack, you could not have had a better first half. This is ridiculous. San Francisco gives up 24 points to the defending champs last week, then turns around and gives up 28 points to Louisville in the first 15 minutes of this ballgame. If you saw that coming, I want you to buy me a lottery ticket. Unbelievable. From the highest of highs in week number 2 to the lowest of lows in week number 3 for San Francisco just 9 days later. From the 8-yard line, Bulldogs on the return past the 25 and up to the 30. Just unbelievable, yet in the grand scheme of things with 7:35 to go, San Francisco still has a lot of time to get their act together. At the beginning of this game, this stadium was as loud as any stadium that I've heard so far this season. As the handoff goes to Tuiasa Sopo, and that goes for no gain, averaging less than 3 yards a carry. Rick O'Reilly again. Second and 10 at the 30. I formation. Hart changing the play. Donald Miller with just 1 catch. Same with Brunson here in the first half. Tuiasa Sopo trying to break free, and Tuiasa Sopo got his legs cut off. And he's slow to get up. A 5-yard gain sets up a 3rd down and 5. San Francisco trying to establish Tuiasa Sopo, trying to stick to their game plan. This is not a team that really is a gunslinging type mentality. 3rd and 5 at the 34, and Hart is going to hand it off to Tuiasa Sopo, and he's going to get blown up in the backfield. A loss of 2 yards. Another 4th down for San Francisco. Just can't get it working. Too conservative. We have seen teams time and time again this SFL season come in too conservative against teams who are ready to hit you in the mouth.
Don't let him get that point.
Punt is away from San Francisco. Can't establish any momentum right now. Just snowballing as Louisville gets up to the 36. Can Louisville make it 5 for 5? Minneapolis scored on all 10 of their possessions yesterday, but 7 of them were field goals. Hand off to Overstreet around the left-hand side, and again, Overstreet, he is gonna go! Wow. A blowout of epic proportions on the Sunday showcase, and we may be looking at a record-setting performance here in the first half. Overstreet, look at the blocks. I mean, San Francisco, not only are they getting bodies on Bulldogs, they are throwing them across the field. This is the same team that lost 45-13 last week. Correction, this is not the same team that lost 45-13 last week. Extra point is good. People in the chat talking about blowing the team up. Talking about checking team. This team lost by 32 last week. That's what you call a turnaround, like you've never seen before. Ridiculous, 35-0. I just can't believe it. Can absolutely not believe it. As San Francisco returns it with a 32, the Bulldogs could be considered favorites coming into this matchup. I mean, why wouldn't they? Bulldogs just got to take it one play at a time here. This has gotten out of control like we've never seen. As Hart drops to throw. Hart throws, nearly picked, and it's almost taken back to the house for a pick six. Man, we got to check the record book. I don't know if a team has ever had a 35-point halftime lead. While we're waiting on a close game, let me tell you about tomorrow night's matchup. Money Mondays, the undefeated Santa Fe Gorillas travel to face the undefeated Honolulu Legends from Legend Field in Hawaii. 2nd and 10 for the 32. They're going to toss it out to Tuiasa Sopo. He's going to break a tackle, and Tuiasa Sopo picks up a nice 7-yard gain. Still under 3 yards a carry. Overstreet 202 yards in the first half. He had 177 last week, and that's good enough for second best in the league. 3rd down and 3. Can San Francisco move the chains? They're going to hand it off again. Tuiasa Sopo, nice run, hurdling a defender. He's got a first down. And I don't know if San Francisco is trying to run some clock just to make sure that Louisville doesn't get off on the field again or what, but I mean, Jasper Hart, a very efficient quarterback. He certainly knows how to get the job done. Certainly got it done last week. Has just struggled mightily today to get involved. 1st and 10 at the 44. 35-0 Louisville. Going to hand it off again. Tuiasa Sopo drags defenders for a 3-yard gain, and the best case scenario right now for San Francisco is they just keep dinking and dunking down the field until they score with no time left in this first half, and they go into the locker room down 28. That's the only way this is going to get better. An unbelievable, historical 35-0 lynching right now. As they are going to hand it off again. Tuiasa Sopo picks up 5. And eventually, Keanu's going to have to be taken out of the game. He's had 5 straight carries. He's got to be getting tired. It is so loud in this building. One of 2 dome stadiums. Orlando has the other in the SFL. 3rd down and 2 of the 49. And Hart's going to throw. He's going to flip it outside. Tuiasa Sopo can't make a defender miss. 4th down. Man, if I'm San Francisco, I think about going for this. What do you got to lose? They will go for it. 4th down and 1 at the Louisville 48-yard line. Wolfpack playing their game of their lives right now in their home opener. 4-3 defense with press coverage on the line. Down to 15 on the play clock. Will the Bulldogs snap it? They should. Doesn't look like they're going to. Down to 8. They're going to burn a timeout and punt the football away and give Louisville a long field. Man, San Francisco is really struggling right now. Down and 1. San Francisco to punt. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up with the first half highlight stats and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio. They nearly blocked the punt. Wolfpack return up at their 16-yard line. Largest comeback in league history is 20. Ramos hit it right on the head. That was the Kahlua Wyverns beating the Grand Rapids Rollers, two identities in the league that no longer exist. First and 10 of the 16. Two receivers and two backs. Could the Wolfpack potentially make it 42-0? Handoff Overstreet, and he picks up 1 yard. 203 yards in the first half. Tackle made by Summers. Second down 9 coming up on the 2-minute warning. An unbelievable first half for Louisville. That's all you can really say. Hand off to Overstreet. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. 3-yard loss. Stars in the Bulldog defense not doing anything today. Haven't heard Andrew Ball's name at all. Mike Sudalovich has been all over the place. Wallace and Henderson non-factors. With the 2-minute warning, let's pause for 10 seconds for station identification along the Wolfpack Radio Network.
Become one of the pack. The pack is on 1110 WLON, The Lair.
Third down and 12 for Louisville. From the 14-yard line, 4 receiver set. 4-2-5 defense out of San Francisco. There's been a couple of times today where they've been in the completely wrong defense for 4 wide receiver set. They throw it short. Blaylock with the catch. And for the first time today, San Francisco's defense gets off the field without giving up a touchdown. And Louisville will punt it away. And San Francisco will actually have decent field position here before the end of the first half.
Back to punt. Hartman is deep to
receive. Here I come, kicker! Here I come! Here I come!
Standing at his 2-yard line. Louisville will wisely run the clock all the way down. San Francisco 2 timeouts remaining. Down to 7 on the play clock. Louisville kicks it away. From the 45, San Francisco will start from their 47. 1:10 to go in the first half.
Ball is spotted at the 47-yard.
Can San Francisco start to chip away? They finally get their first defensive stop of the game. Can Jasper Hart get involved against the 3rd best pass defense in the SFL coming into this afternoon's ball game? Trips right. Brunson and Miller extremely quiet all day. And Hart will run it. Tuiasa Sopo bounces off a tap. Oh, Tuiasa Sopo, he's going the wrong way. Forward progress gains him 3. What in the world is going on with San Francisco today? That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. As Hart will flip it outside. Tuiasa Sopo's got a first down, trying to get out of bounds, but he's pushed back inbounds. Clock still moving. First down and 10. 43 seconds to go.
Down. Set.
Same formation. First and 10 from the 40. Hart back to pass. Hart looking down the field, throws off his back of his foot, and Donald Miller picks up 11 into field goal range to the 29-yard line.
Down. Sit.
Louisville can barely get set. They flip it out. Keanu, he's going to be stopped in the timeout. San Francisco with 19 seconds to go. Keanu Tuiasosopo, one of the most bizarre runs after catch or trips to a 3-yard gain I've ever seen. Second and 10 from the 28. San Francisco in field goal range, although they've already missed one field goal today. They have been smacked around in the first half. Hart flips it outside, and a nice route from Xavier Brunson to get out of bounds and force a 3rd down and 3 with 14 seconds left. If I'm San Francisco, man, I'm throwing this ball to the end zone. Don't bring the field goal team out here to kick a field goal when you're down 35-0 and you're this close. Back to pass is Hart. Steps up in the pocket. That pass caught. First down. 12 seconds left. That's Donald Miller. And will we see one more play before the field goal team comes on for the Bulldogs, or will they play it safe and attempt the field goal? Looks like San Francisco will take the points. Their kick is from 33 yards away. It'll be a 32-point game, most likely at halftime. So 34 yards, the San Francisco kick is good, and hallelujah for the Bulldogs. They are on the board. What a incredible first half performance by the Wolfpack. Scored touchdowns in their first 5 drives. It started with David Overstreet, who had 2 rushing touchdowns. Then Skeletor Funk got involved, threw touchdown passes to A.J. Blaylock and Lawrence Kirkland. And followed that up with yet another huge Overstreet run. But the rout started in the first quarter, a 21-0 ball game at the end of 1. San Francisco also missed a field goal in that quarter. Likely the last play of the first half, 35-3. What a home debut, at least what a first half home debut for the Louisville Wolfpack. They are in control and just need to stay focused for 24 more minutes to avoid a letdown. And Funk is going to air it out deep. The pass is caught with 1 second left. They just won't quit, man. They just won't quit. Unbelievable. That should put the Hail Mary formation out there. Here we go. Hail Mary formation for Louisville. Why not? Everything else has worked today. Up 35-3. If they score on this, I'm walking out. Funk. Back there, looking, and avoids a sack, and throws it to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Halftime. Louisville 35, San Francisco 3. Bulldogs try their epic comeback in the second half. Don't go away. This is the Simulation Football Network on Twitch.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Wolves in command of this one, 35-3.
Well, Dan, what do you say? You ready to dive into the 2K Sports halftime show?
A look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Wolves are winning because of it. Let's see if they can keep up their dominance in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 44 on the carry here as they work the ground game, and this is a nice run. A 40-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wolves get the first points of the game and go up by 7. After a missed field goal, all at their own 35-yard line. Number 44 got the football here, and this was just all individual effort as he broke off a big one. A 64-yard touchdown for the home team. Still midway through the first quarter, the Bulldogs trailing by 14. Number 7 went up top on a third down play, and he was able to find his man. The Wolves, end of the first quarter. Number 3 came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 49-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wolves up 21-0. Number 7 would put this pass right where it needed to be. A 7-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wolves moving ahead big and now lead by 28. Still midway through the second, all at their own 35-yard line. Number 44 is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. A 64-yard touchdown for the home team. Late into the second quarter, the Bulldogs back by 35. Conway sets up for the little chip shot, and this one, no problem. They close the gap some. They're now down by 32.
I'm out of control.
The Wolves, late in the second quarter, number 7 would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on the play, and that will do it. The Wolves are up big at halftime, 35-3.
All right, Dan. Nice work.
The Wolves will get the ball first here in the second half, and they are dominating this game. Currently, they are up large, 35-3. Let's get down to the field and the action.
Start of the second half, and Louisville gets the football. Up to the 30. So Honolulu and Santa Fe get going tomorrow night. Money Mondays, you can win cash in the chat room. Don't miss that one. Minneapolis beat Oklahoma City 42-21 yesterday. Should say Saturday, as you look at Overstreet's numbers. First and 10 to the 30, Overstreet, 200 rushing yards in that first half alone. And Funk will start the third quarter with a pass. He will flip it outside to A.J. Blaylock, who came back for the football and lost 4 yards. Mike Sudelovich on the tackle brings up 2nd and 14.
Second and 14. Ball at the 26-yard.
Down. Set.
35-3, one of the most impressive first half performances we have ever seen, if not the best, as Funk throws a pass outside of the fullback and he loses another yard. So all Louisville has done here to start the third quarter is go backwards. And it brings up 3rd down and 15. Again, here's how these two teams broke down coming into the game. Louisville a loss, a 45-13 loss to the New York Knights. San Francisco a 28-24 victory over Minneapolis. Bulldogs gave up less than 100 yards of rushing last week, gave up over 200 in the first half. Funk gets hit on a blitz, but completes the pass over the middle for a first down on a 3rd and 15. What a gutsy play there from Skeletor Funk to hang in. He knew he was going to take a hit. Unblocked came the linebacker, But that's what you do. When they blitz middle, you throw middle. To a wide open non-star over the middle of the field.
1st and 10 from your Wolves, 40-yard.
1st and 10 of the 40. What a throw from Funk. 7 in the box for San Francisco. 2 receivers out of the right-hand side. Hand off to Overstreet, and Overstreet's got blockers! Overstreet is sprung again! You just can't beat that. You just can't beat 2 blockers on the outside. Touchdown, Louisville. It's 41-3, and I think that pretty much shuts the door on any comeback. These Bulldog receivers are running right into blocks. I mean, it's just not even fair. Yikes. Overstreet rivaling Parkey Joel. Boy, will that rematch be something special. And now we're starting to look at one of the biggest blowouts in league history. Somebody will have to check the previous seasons. I believe the biggest blowout was, I think it was 51-0. Orlando beat Grand Rapids. Somebody check that. It's in our archives on the website. You have to go through the seasons and see what the biggest margin of victory was, but I do believe that is the biggest. San Francisco approaching that on the wrong side of the record book. First and 10 at the 26. So Louisville 1-1, San Francisco 1-1, Minneapolis 1-1, DC 1-1. All in the same conference. The Knights stand atop and the Renegades at the bottom at 0-2. Those 2 teams will play each other Thursday night. Hand off to Tuiasa. Sopo! Off his feet and put into the ground. Andre Khrushchev. 260 yards for David Overstreet today. And I do believe that is a new record for this season for rushing yards per game. And there's 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Second and 10 to the 26. Hart back to throw. And that pass is incomplete off the hands of the intended receiver. And Jensen can't hang on, and San Francisco looks like a wet noodle out there today. Lane, good coverage, but that's just off the hands. You got to catch that. Third down and 10 on a miserable day for San Francisco. Likely by the end of the day will be their worst performance in franchise history. A historical rout on the Sunday Showcase here in week number 3, as the Louisville Wolfpack will open up their renovated home stadium in style as Brunson is run out of bounds and San Francisco will have to punt it away. And now the question is for Louisville, at what point do you put the backups in? Because we have seen Minneapolis get destroyed by injuries. Koma Kaleka and Freeman Goodspeed already out for the majority of the season. As San Francisco punts it away. From the 27-yard line and Louisville up to the 29. Ouch. This one hurts. What in the world am I going to talk about for almost 2 quarters.
Down! Watch out! Sick!
San Francisco showing a blitz. They back off, and Funk takes a deep drop back, and he's going to fire it deep down the field for a catch by A.J. Blaylock to the Bulldog 35. 6 grabs, 76 yards for A.J. Blaylock today. Absolutely nothing going right for San Francisco. At least it didn't end in a touchdown. BPKC, I mean, it hits it right on the head. San Francisco was just come out here and lay an egg. How do you explain beating the defending champs and then coming in here against a team that lost by 32 week 1, by 32, and be losing by 39? Sometimes the game of football surprises us all.
2nd and 3 from the Bulldogs.
And we have seen more often than not, and more than usual, a lot of blowouts through the first 3 weeks of this SFL season as Overstreet takes the handoff and picks up 1. The competition is better than ever in the league, and
Number 24, no gain on the play.
maybe we should just play Minneapolis and San Francisco every game of the week. That game was awesome. Blaylock, 7 catches, 82 yards. This game has been awesome for Louisville.
Down! Set!
3rd down and 3 at the 28.
Switch!
4-3 look out of the Bulldog defense. Funk back to throw, swings it outside, and man, these corners are getting burned. Lawrence Kirkland with the 1st down. When you look in the opposite conference, you've got Baltimore at 2-0, Honolulu and Santa Fe at 1-0. They play tomorrow. Money Mondays. Can win some money in the chat with a couple of trivia questions at the end of the 1st quarter, so you won't want to miss your opportunity at that. Overstreet takes the handoff. Overstreet spins off of 2 defenders and gets to the 9. Another 1st and goal, Wolfpack. Not even halfway through the 3rd quarter, and Louisville is approaching 50. Just one time has a team scored 50 points this year. That was the beginning of this SFL season when Baltimore hung 59 on Orlando on the road in just a brilliant showing from the Crabs. 1st and goal for the 9. Overstreet on the carry, no gain. Brings up 2nd down and goal.
Simmons, no gain on the play.
Again, just not seeing the play out of Larry Henderson, Jasper Lennox,
2nd and goal.
new outside linebacker in San Francisco. I mean, these guys have they've not even been on the radar. 2nd and goal from the 9, and Funk flips it outside. Overstreet breaks off a couple of tackles and still pushing the pile forward to the 5. 3rd down and goal. San Francisco, like Louisville, has a bye. Louisville plays Oklahoma City July 18th back here at Blue Sun. That's a Saturday afternoon game. San Francisco plays DC in a couple of weeks. Funk's pass to the end zone is incomplete, broken up by Jasper Lennox. That's the first time we've called his name out today positively, and Louisville will have to settle for 3 for the first time today. San Francisco, some tough tests ahead. They take on DC and New York. But the Dragons, they face the Maulers, who looked just great yesterday. Dragons could be 1-2 entering that game with the Bulldogs, and that would be a very interesting matchup as the Wolfpacks field goal from 22 yards out is good, so it's 45-3. San Francisco will get the ball back. Still plenty of time left, plenty of time for San Francisco to redeem themselves, but it's hard to come back on the same day, in the same game, in the same stadium, and come out with a mentality that you're going to play better than you have all day. That's rough. Louisville now up by 42, approaching the largest win in league history. And I don't think even Louisville's owner would have told you he expected that to happen today. 1st and 10 at the 31 with 6 minutes to go in the third. Keanu to the outside, and he is going to be dropped for a loss of 3. No matter what the Bulldogs do, they just cannot get rolling. Offense looked so good last week for the first 3 quarters against Minneapolis. I mean, they were balling out. 2nd and 13 from the 27. 4 receiver set. Hart back to pass. He's going to go deep down the field. That pass is caught. 1-on-1 coverage. That's Donald Miller to the Louisville 33. Biggest offensive play of the day for San Francisco. And again, when you look at the stats, I mean, Louisville is winning 45-3, yet San Francisco has not turned the ball over all day. They just have not been able to move the sticks enough, and more importantly, they have just had horrible defensive assignments against Louisville, playing some bad defense. I formation with Miller bottom of the screen. 5 minutes to go in the third, 45-3. Hand off to Tuiasosopo. There is a penalty flag. This could come back as Tuiasosopo gets to the 14-yard line. What a shame that would be for San Francisco. And their fullback, DeMarco Engman, is hurt. There are just some days where you just can't get it right. The fullback trying to block downfield, and it looks like he may have twisted an ankle or something. He went down on his knees and then slouched over onto the ground. And this is coming back.
Holding, number 60.
So just after San Francisco's biggest offensive play of the day, they get a run of about 19 yards called back due to holding, and then they lose their starting fullback to an injury. 1st and 20, back at the 43. Hart back to throw. Hart down the middle, and that pass is incomplete. Donald Miller paid for it. 2nd and 20. Ugly, ugly, ugly. But Louisville can shake off their early season rust, and they'll have 2 weeks to wallow in their victory. 2nd down and 20. And Hart fires it deep, and Donald Miller was open, and Hart threw it about 15 yards too much down the field. Bulldogs all over the place today. Third and long. If they wouldn't have had the holding penalty, they'd be at the 14-yard line right now. Two receivers right. Hart back to pass. Hart fires down the middle of the field. That pass is knocked away. So following the holding penalty, 3 straight incompletions from Jasper Hart. 4th down, and they got a punt. Mighty Wolfpack offense will get the ball back again. And what a performance by Louisville's defense. They give up 45 points in week 1 and then come back. Nice kick there. That'll put the Wolfpack at the goal line and then come back and only give up 3 points. That'll look nice in the stat sheet. A healthy 24 points per game given up by the defense.
Let's go. 1st and 10 from your Wolves, 1 yard.
Come for that safety, baby. I'm coming for that safety. Double tight swing. Double tight swing. Slant.
Overstreet hustles to the 4. Gets out of the danger zone just a bit.
Number 90, credited with the tackle.
263 yards today for David Overstreet.
2nd and 6 from your Wolves, 4 yards.
Down. Watch counter. Watch counter. Set.
Louisville starters still in the game. Hand off to Overstreet, and that fullback is not going to be back. Broken kneecap. And you saw it. He just landed on his knee awkwardly. 3rd down and 6, no gain for Overstreet.
4 yard.
Down. Oh, you ain't ready on me.
Louisville will likely not pull their guys until about 5 or 4 minutes left to go in the game. Maybe sooner. Haven't seen a blowout like this in the SFL in a long time. Been a couple of seasons since we've just seen an absolute whooping.
Your Wolves have selected to punt.
Clock ticking away on the 3rd quarter.
Oh yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine.
Maybe we'll see some epic drama tomorrow night. The Legends hosting the Gorillas, and what are the two teams really made of? They both beat Cleveland, who's 0-2. Honolulu was so explosive in their victory over Cleveland. How will Santa Fe, defensively, who gave up just 5 points to the Vipers in week 1? We haven't seen Santa Fe since the 2nd game of the year. How will they respond to the Legends' high-octane offense as you look at Tuiasa Sopo's pathetic numbers, 55 yards on 22 carries. Hand off to Tuiasa Sopo. He shrugs off an initial tackler, and it picks up 3. 2nd and 7.
Number 23 with the tackle. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 32 yard.
Down.
2nd and 7 at the Wolfpack 32, and Tuiasa Sopo is just not getting the blocks that David Overstreet is getting today. And now Donald Miller is hurt. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. The injuries are out of control over the last 2 weeks. And Miller trying to block down the field. Oh, he went to his knee. Don't tell me that's another kneecap. It is rare for us to see 4 injuries a year, a season in the SFL, and we have seen 4 in 2 weeks. What a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare. Hart back to pass. Checks it down. That's a 1 yard loss. This is just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. If I'm an owner around the league, I am praying that my guys stay healthy. Oh, Donald Miller's okay. The journeyman has been on 5 different teams in 5 years as that goes into the end zone. Has been looking for a home. Thinks he finally found one in San Francisco, and then an injury happens to Miller. We just hope that he's all right. We have seen some really bad injuries. I don't know if you're a fan of Canadian football, but they have seen some really bad injuries up there as well to start their season, just ravishing teams.
Watch counter. Watch counter. Wing double. Wing double. Strong back. Strong back.
Hand off to Overstreet up the middle, and he took a shot. Overstreet slow to get up. Is he going to? Oh, boy.
4 yards on the play.
2nd and 7. Lennox on the tackle.
Second and 6. Ball at the 24-yard line.
What a day for Louisville. Just unbelievable. Overstreet fighting off tacklers, still picked up 3. That's a generous spot. Set up a 3rd down and 4 the 26, and right now the Wolfpack are just running the clock and padding the stats of Overstreet while this game runs out.
3rd and 4 from your Wolves, 26 yards.
3rd and 4 at the 26-yard line. 4-2-5 defense out of San Francisco. Back to pass, Funk over the middle. That pass is caught. 1st down to Lawrence Kirkland. And Louisville just continues to obliterate the Bulldog defense.
1st and 10. Ball at the 34.
Bulldog fans waiting nervously on the condition of Donald Miller. Back to pass is Funk, swings it outside. That pass is caught. And Donald Miller had the wind knocked out of him, and he may return. That is the lone bit of positive news the San Francisco Bulldogs have had all day long. As Blaylock's excellent day continues, 8 catches for 86 yards on 9 targets.
Down. Sir. Watch counter. Watch counter. Wing double. Rhino.
Hand off on a 2nd and 6. Overstreet. 1-yard pickup. Overstreet racking up the carries, no doubt about that, trying to hit the 300-yard mark. Would be the first running back to do that this year. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back to Blue Sun after a brief break. Louisville in control here on the Sunday Showcase. What a performance.
Attention. Highlights coming up. Featuring the best simulation football anywhere.
We'll get one last play. It's Zach Parker on the run, and Parker still on his feet. Zach Parker, the final play of the half, being chased by Hunsicker. 10-5 touchdown, Orlando. What a run from Zach Parker, and a huge turn of events as Randall Watts had Parker in his grasp and couldn't bring him down. Could have easily been 20-3 heading into the locker room, and with 1 second left, Orlando is down by 4.
Watch the game live at simulationfl.com.
Down, Wolfpack. Hand off Overstreet, he lost 3. So the Wolfpack will punt it away, up 45-3. After a 45-13 loss to New York 2 weeks ago.
Don't let him get that point.
Punt is away. Bulldogs will try to get a garbage touchdown on the board at some point. Punt return up to the 32-yard line. Nobody saw this coming. And we appreciate you hanging out with us today here still through the blowout. Automaton JCG, Base to Pope 510. B Dubbers, Big Willie 54, Bobby Digital SH. BPKC, CW Howell 73. Darth Destro MD, Flava 2K, Lou Wolfpack, MyMaj C, MY Knights, Ramos Lynn, Ray X Live, TJ Cag SFL, True Shot Caller 1, Xanthos, and X Factor 56. I know it's tough to sit through a blowout, but that's all we got to offer today. Is San Francisco just did not show up today from the opening play of the game. A 3-and-out, got sacked in the backfield. Louisville scored a few plays later, and they have not looked back. Back to pass, hard down the field, incomplete. Ezekiel Freeman on the coverage, 3rd down, San Francisco. Down 8 from the 34, Hart back to pass. Hart steps up and fires it short. That pass is out of bounds. 3-and-out for San Francisco. Even in garbage time, can't get it done. And we'll see if the starters are still on the field for Louisville. From the 28-yard line, and a big hit at the 32 on Simpson, the return man. Louisville keeps the starters in, maybe for one more series, trying to get that 50. Just hope nothing bad happens to them. 1st and 10 of the 32. Overstreet also may be chasing 300 yards as Funk will drop the throw, and Funk's pass is incomplete. A rare incompletion by Skeletor P. Funk, and it comes at one of the oddest parts of the game. And, I mean, it's hard to pull guys up by 42. You know, you want to just keep playing. Still almost a whole quarter to go.
2nd and 10. Ball at the 32-yard line.
Down!
2nd down and 10 with 2 receivers out to the left-hand side. Funk out of the shotgun. And he will drop the throw, and Funk is going to be sacked. Driven back, a 6-yard loss. That is Larry Henderson making the big play. And that's what you don't want to see if you're a Wolfpack fan. Your star QB who's gone without a turnover today, getting pummeled like that by one of the biggest defensive linemen in the league. 3rd down, 16, under 10 to go. 45-3 Wolfpack still in total control. As Funk is going to be hit again, and that penalty is an ineligible receiver, so that'll be declined. 3-and-out for Louisville. Don't run a lot of time off the clock, though, and they'll give it back to San Francisco on a 4th and long.
An eligible receiver downfield. Number 50. The penalty is declined. Incomplete pass.
Summers applying the pressure. So for San Francisco, one of the only pieces of good news today is that they've got 15 days to plan for the DC Dragons. That's a Money Monday matchup, July 20th. Bad news for San Francisco is after that, they'll have a short turnaround to play the league's top team right now, the New York Knights. A Monday to Saturday turnaround. As San Francisco will return from their 35-yard line up to the 38. You almost have to scout both teams in the same week. 1st and 10 for Jasper Hart. This will be a game the Bulldogs would like to forget. And what do you make of the defending champs in San Francisco now both being 1-1? You almost, I mean, which team is having the bad day and which team is playing well? And man, it's just so early to tell. As Jasper Hart drops back to throw, he will flip it outside to Tuiasa Sopo, and he will spin for a 1-yard gain to the 39 and keep the clock moving.
Credited with the tackle.
Down. Sit.
Hand off to Tuiasa Sopo. 4-yard gain. 3rd and 5 for San Francisco. Khrushchev on the tackle. Andre Khrushchev, a major addition to this defense. Coming in, Ezekiel Freeman, number 6 in tackles per game, averaging 11. He's been active today. Rick O'Reilly, 2nd in the league in tackles for loss per game with 2. And he's added to that total today as Hart's pass caught by Brunson for first down to Louisville 47. More solid numbers out of this Wolfpack defense. Andre Khrushchev, again, number 2 in passes defended per game. Done a good job once again today. Rick O'Reilly, 8th in total tackles for loss. And coming into the game, Louisville last in the league in scoring offense, 13 a game, but they won't be last for very long. First down and 10 at the Louisville 47, and Hart has to sidearm the throw. There was a penalty marker late.
Roughing the passer, number 95, defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So roughing the passer called around the end, and yeah, you can't do that. Latshaw nearly had the sack, and then 95 comes over from around the end. That's Slade. Just nails him. Moves it up to the 32-yard line.
1st and 10. Ball at the 31 yard.
Down. Sit.
Trips left-hand side. Hart back to throw. Hart is in trouble. He takes a big shot, and Slade, just a little upset that he got thrown for a penalty on the last play, finally gets his sack. 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13 as we enter under 8 minutes to go in the game. Louisville still shy of that 50-point mark. The Crabs still the only team that's been able to crack 50 this year. There was plenty of that happening last season, particularly in Mahler games, as Hart drops to throw, swings it outside, pass caught, and only a 2-yard gain will set up a 3rd and 11. .25 left, Hart out of the shotgun, back to throw. He's going to go down the left side, and he overthrew Donald Miller, who's back in the game. And it's nice to see Miller back healthy, but it would have been nice to see Jasper Hart not rush that throw. Had Miller isolation one-on-one on the outside, and he saw his opportunity, and he blew it. And outside of field goal range, the Bulldogs will have to punt it away again. Another drive stalls for San Francisco, shy of getting a touchdown. This punt all the way into the corner at the 11-yard line, but a pretty decent return up to the 15-yard line. How do you even let that happen if you're the Bulldogs special teams? Got him in the corner, and he just runs straight ahead for 4 yards. Handoff. Overstreet still in the game. He's going to be tackled by Henderson, a 2-yard loss. So 269 yards is where Overstreet stands. Overstreet and Funk still in the game, but they're not doing much.
Second and 11 from your Wolves, 14-yard line.
San Francisco, you know, there's some things to take away from this game. I don't know. There were some poor defensive plays from San Francisco that Louisville just absolutely exploited all day long. It'll be 3rd down and 9. But other than that, I'm not sure what San Francisco can look at in this film and say, you know, this is something that we can fix. This team just came out here and did not play today. They just did not come out here and perform. And what do you do as an owner or a coach when your team does that? 3rd down and 9. Funk's going to throw. That pass is caught wide open. That's a 1st down for Louisville to the 28-yard line, and the non-star making a play. Jenkins. Nice to see everyone getting in the mix. Good job by Funk hanging in the pocket. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe will have the post-game highlights, stats, and analysis. Box score will be up on the website 1 hour after the game has concluded. Highlights soon to follow. Don't have the highlights up just yet of yesterday's game if you missed it. It was a good one. Had some video downloading issues on our end, so we'll be working on that tomorrow.
2nd and inches. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Down! Screen! Screen! Here comes the screen!
4-yard loss for Overstreet. He's got 277 yards. Andrew Ball finally makes an appearance in this game. 4 rushing touchdowns for Duke Overstreet. That ties Parkey Chol's season high for touchdowns in a single game. Even had more yards than Chol did, if I'm not mistaken, last week as well. 3rd and 4 from the 33. And Funk against the blitz will float it down the middle, and that pass is caught. And we have seen that time and time again. Skelter Funk not afraid to go deep on the blitzing Bulldogs. San Francisco's aggressiveness has not paid off today. They have not even gotten close to Funk in blitz packages as Lawrence Kirkland gets free for another move of the chains. And finally, the backups have come into the ball game now. So Louisville escapes the game happy and healthy. What a performance from Duke Overstreet. 277 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground.
Watch the right side, watch the right side. I see 2, I see 2.
And Louisville wasting a lot of time off the clock as well. Loss of 3 on the run. 2nd and 13, Jasper Lennox on the tackle. Both teams off in week number 4. Week 4 begins with New York and Oklahoma City Thursday night, and the Renegades, they are in a pressure cooker right now. They got the undefeated Knights coming to town. First night game at Transcorp history. They don't want that to turn ugly like the second half did Saturday against Minneapolis. They've got some pressure. Sunday showcase game next week. You won't want to miss that one. 1-1 Maulers against the 1-1 Dragons. Loser falls to surprisingly 1-2 as Larry Henderson makes the stop. There will be a lot of pressure to win in that game.
2 yards on the play.
Saturday afternoon and Monday games as well, as usual, next week.
3rd and 14. Ball at the 49-yard line.
3rd down, 14, and we saw against 4 wide receiver sets a couple times that first half. San Francisco just completely in the wrong defense. Looks like they're in a better defense here, but the receiver is wide open down the sideline, and the backup moves the chain to the 1st down. What a beautiful throw! A rainbow pass over the head of the linebacker. How about that? You like to see that out of your backup quarterback. And man, the Louisville offense can't be stopped no matter who's out there on the field. What a throw. That was one of the best throws all day.
I said no running in my house.
Gain of 2 on the run. Vipers and Intimidators, who are both 0-2, back in action next week as well. Not playing each other, though. I'm trying to piece the schedule together in my head. Really should print that out.
Second and 7.
This ain't a good day to run the ball. Sit. Liz. They got Ibex.
We hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Wolfpack Radio Network.
Become one of the pack. The pack is on 1110 WLON, The Lair.
Second and 7 from the Bulldog, 21-yard line.
Down. Sit.
Handoff up the middle. It's 2 yards, and the Bulldogs burn a timeout. San Francisco just trying to play the game. Coaches will always tell you never want to go home with all 3 timeouts left in your pocket.
Third and 6.
Down. Sit. Let's go. Ain't no running back in there. 85.
3rd and 6 from the 20. Back to pass. Louisville going to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Cyrus Newfield, the backup QB, comes in and gets the Wolfpack over 50. Wow. The backup QB, 2 for 2 and a touchdown. Coming on for Skeletor Funk, and it just keeps getting worse. One of the biggest blowouts in league history, and all smiles for the Louisville Wolfpack. What a performance. San Francisco's got to shake it off. Listen to some Taylor Swift. Go into a hole for a couple of days and figure some things out. You guys hate it when I sing, so I'll pass. I don't like when people don't like me. From the 10-yard line, San Francisco on a return. Past the 28. Or to the 28, rather.
First and 10 from the Bulldog, 29-yard.
How about the Wolfpack? What a performance. Sanford, you can tell from the opening kickoff of this game is Jasper Harco's no huddle. You could tell from this crowd, from how packed this stadium was at kickoff, from how loud they were on that opening touchdown, that this game was going to be very, very difficult for San Francisco to win. And that pass is off the hands again. How many times is Jensen going to drop a pass? San Francisco still 2 timeouts, so the Wolfpack are going to have to run at least another play. As said earlier in the broadcast, from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, as they're going to go for it on 4th down. Hart's pass is caught by Donald Miller, and no, Rex Norton, excuse me, the tight end. So San Francisco converts the 4th down and keeps the ball out of Louisville's backups' hands. You don't want those guys coming out there and score more touchdowns. Rex Norton, beautiful play. And then they could have thrown a flag for unnecessary roughness there. He was hit in the head. 52-3, San Francisco trying to tack on anything. Back to throw, Hart down the middle, that pass is caught to the 33-yard line. Donald Miller makes that play. Hart throws nearly an interception. Both quarterbacks have stayed clean today. And the last 2 games, neither team has thrown an interception. James Hakeem reads the route, and Jensen has been terrible today. Like his kids are saying, "Dad, you're grounded. Go to your room."
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the 33. Big Willie 54 asks if we got an injury report on Donald Miller. Yes, he's back in the game. Had the wind knocked out of him. Big break for San Francisco. As Hart drops the throw, he's going to go deep down the field, and wide open is Donald Miller for a touchdown. I mean, there was no one within 15 yards of Donald Miller. And for what it's worth, Jasper Hart had 1 touchdown and no interceptions today. Miller just on an inside post route, and nobody picked him up. Oh, go for 2, San Francisco. Where's your spirit? Extra point is good, 52-10. So not the biggest blowout in league history, not even close. We've had a few that have been over 42, unless we see Louisville's offense somehow put up some more points here in the last 62 seconds. San Francisco going to onside kick and try to squeeze the point differential. And a nice job recovering the onside kick in the air. That one was a difficult one to receive. Pretty decent onside kick there. Worst loss for San Francisco in franchise history. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. It might be the worst. Louisville comes out in a victory formation. Just 1 timeout for San Francisco, so the Bulldogs will not be able to stop this game from being over. Louisville 1-1, San Francisco 1-1. 4 1-1 teams in the Gray Conference. Over in the other conference, we'll have 2 teams undefeated, 2 teams winless, and 2 teams at 1-1. So we'll have 3 teams undefeated heading into Week 4, New York, Baltimore, and either Honolulu or Santa Fe. One more kneel down for Louisville will do it. And I'll send my final thoughts to you now. As the 4th quarter winds down, this has been a presentation of the Sim Football Network on Twitch. I've been your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. The Louisville Wolfpack would improve to 1-1 and get their first win since returning from their old days in the WAFL. They get their first SFL victory in emphatic fashion, a 42-point win over the San Francisco Bulldogs. From all of us here at Blue Sun Stadium in Louisville, Kentucky, and in our SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas, have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night for a battle of undefeateds between Santa Fe and Honolulu. Dan and Peter have your call from here.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Wolves come out on top 52-10. With that, let's look back at some of the plays that made the difference in this one. That was an exciting game. So let's not waste any time in getting to the highlights in our post-game show. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Number 44 is going to take this one to the outside, and once he gets the corner, it's a foot race. A 60-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wolves moving ahead big and now lead by 39. Later on in the third, ball at their own 28. Number 11 is going to try to stretch the field here, and he is going to make them pay. That set up a short 23-yard field goal. Midway through the third, the Bulldogs down by 42. Number 84 is going to find himself on the receiving end of this one, and he works his way open for the big play. I'm out of control. The Wolves, late in the fourth quarter, Brock went up top on a third down play, and he was able to find his man. A 19-yard touchdown for the home team. The Wolves up 52-3. Number 7 would find his target on this one. A 32-yard touchdown for the visitors. And that will do it. The Wolves serve up a blowout, 52-10. Okay, here's your 2K Sports Player of the Game.
Number 44 proved once again why he's one of the best. Well, they put the game on his legs, Dan, and he managed to find his way through holes big and small all game en route to a big rushing performance. And that performance led his team to victory.
For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.